So in 28, we're basically talking about or trying to figure out the proper punctuation for this underlined portion. The entire sentence reads, by virtue of their medical training, PAs can perform many of the jobs traditionally done by doctors, including treating chronic and acute conditions, performing minor surgeries, and prescribing some medications. Okay, so this is actually in the middle of a list we see here, right? We have a comma separated list. So treating chronic and acute conditions, comma, another item, and then another item. So this colon that's here right now is pretty incorrectly placed, right? We use a colon when we're about to start a list or maybe expand on a noun that was mentioned before, but prescribing some medications is not an elaboration on surgeries, and there's no list being started here. We're actually, like I said, in the middle of one. So we probably want to remove the colon and choose something else. Let's look at our options. So so A is out. B uses a semicolon. We got to remember that when you use a semicolon, the part before and after both have to be complete sentences. In this case, and prescribing some medications is the only thing that comes after, and that is not a complete sentence, so we can't use a semicolon. What about C? C, we have a comma and, that's totally fine, but then we have another comma after the and. I'm actually not sure if this is ever correct, but in this case, we surround this and with commas, and that's incorrect because we got to remember when we surround something with commas, the way we sort of figure out if it can be used or not is take whatever is between the commas out of the sentence and see if the sentence still makes sense. In this case, if you remove and, the sentence no longer makes sense, and in addition, it's just the case that between commas, you usually want to put some kind of elaboration or descriptor of the previous noun, and the word and isn't a descriptor of surgeries, so C is out. So by elimination, we've pretty much reached D, and D just also makes sense, right? Because we have a comma separated list, and when we do that, we want to put comma and before the last item in the list. So here, again, chronic and acute conditions, minor surgeries, comma and prescribing some medications. So that makes sense. So D is our answer here.